Trump is about to deport hundreds of Somali Americans right now.
Hold on, Pete, man. Sorry.
Moving on, 64 Somalis arrived at the JKIA today after being deported from the United States. The 71 were accompanied by U.S. security officials.
Y'all remember when they was telling black Americans that they could get deported? Remember? 5 minutes later.
When they're saying they're going to deport me, knowing full well that you cannot deport an American citizen.
Now, if Ilhan Omar, a Somalian refugee, can't get deported, a black American most definitely can't get deported. We've been
community leaders, business leaders, and youth leaders from the Somali community and from the Muslim community in Minnesota. And we're gathered here today to fully support and endorse President Trump.
We're not black, we're not Arab, we're Somali. Let me start off by why we're not black. This is black, this is brown, and there's not a single person in the world that's this skin color. Do your research. Black is the absence of color. It's what you get when there's no color. It's what you get when you turn off the light. You get black. And yes, I know
we are Somalis, not black. There, I said it. Somalis are not black.
For a very long time, the Somali community or Somalis in America have not wanted to identify with blackness. They have not wanted to identify with the black community or have wanted nothing to do with black Americans. But now that Donald Trump is threatening to deport all of them or most of them, if not all of them, that's when they are now calling for black unity. That is when they are remembering black Americans. Now they want black Americans to stand with them during this tough time. Now they want black people to help them fight Donald Trump. They are now all of a sudden calling for black unity.
Somali says black Americans don't know their fathers.
African Americans, they don't even know their fathers. They don't even know their fathers. It was all of them, most of them were the product of one night stand. One night stand. They will tell you, I don't know my father. Well, who named you? Whose name are you carrying? Well, my mother chose his name for me. And I don't know. Is that what we want for our ummah? No. كلهم أو معظمهم أبناء الزنا.
I keep screaming this from every mountaintop I can. That's Hassan Ali, and this is Ilhan Omar. We know who Ilhan Omar. Hassan is the president or prime minister of Somalia. They had a roundtable meeting with nothing but Africans talking about getting in to American politics, but understanding that they are 100% Somalian and they will never change. Now, in this clip that I'm about to show, Mr. Ali, Hassan Ali, is talking and he's letting it be known that Ilhan Omar is there to take a black American seat in Congress.
It is very important in Hantai Somali Thai measures. Somalia or exceeding Sutai. Nin Mudu Haka, Kusias, of model. Okay, that's what
they are not here to be our friends. They are not here to fight for all black people. They are here to fight for Somalians. That's it. Those are not my words. It's their words. It's their actions, right? So before y'all jump on here, look, just another jealous black American. I'm not jealous of anything. We can't be beat. We're undefeated here. That's something y'all forgot. Mind you, this shit was on camera. So I want to know what y'all got to say about that. I already know that black Americans have no allies at all. We don't have friends here. We don't have allies here, especially Africans. It's sad, but it's true. And it's not coming from us. It's coming from you guys, because you guys come over here to this country, automatically look at us as enemy number one. Then you get caught on camera doing this kind of shit. It's absolutely crazy, but I love when people show their true colors. Please tell me who you are so I can believe you the first time.
Enough to understand that members of Congress can't be impeached. You know, when you have Nancy and Randy saying, you know, we're on it, we're going to impeach her, when they're saying they're going to deport me, knowing full well that you cannot deport an American citizen.
So all year, immigrants been running around screaming, Black Americans, y'all going to be deported next. Y'all going to be deported too. But you got an immigrant saying that she can't be deported because she's an American citizen, a naturalized citizen. When Black Americans are birthright citizens, like, we can't be deported. But yet, immigrants of all creed and colors, all of the immigrants, not just the black ones, but the white ones, the Native Americans, the Latinos, of course the Africans and Caribbeans, they always screaming, oh, y'all next. They deporting black people too. Y'all next. Y'all gonna get deported next, Black Americans. Y'all think they're not gonna deport y'all if they're deporting their... But you got an immigrant saying that she can't be deported because she's a citizen. She's a naturalized citizen, y'all. Her citizenship can be revoked, by the way. But it's funny how they, when they're under the fire, it's like they know all the fucking rules and laws and, oh, you know, we can't be deported. But they want to fearmonger and try to, like, mislead Black Americans to feel like they want to be deported. Y'all, the psychological warfare these people are playing on Black Americans is nasty. It's insidious. Trump, please hurry up and get these motherfuckers out of here.
So now that they are facing deportation, right now, at the moment whereby their protective status is being withdrawn by Donald Trump, that's when they want Black Americans to be with them. That's when they want Black people to stand with them. That's when they are calling for Black people's unity. And for your information, these same Somalis who are calling for unity right now, they are the same Somalis who in the previous elections had their leaders endorse Donald Trump.
The community leaders, business leaders, and youth leaders from the Somali community and from the Muslim community in Minnesota. And we're gathered here today to fully support and endorse President Trump and J.D. Vance. Some of the key issues of the community are the global wars, and we're for peace. Economic issues, family values and education are some of the critical issues that this community cares.
As a Somalian who lives in Minneapolis, I personally adore all of the hatred coming our way right now, because I know Somalis who voted for that orange POS. And every bit of racism and hatred from that orange POS and his people, I just forward straight to them. Yeah, here's what they think about. That's right, boo-boo, you're not one of them. You're not one of them. That red hat you were wearing in 2024, you're not twinsies. You're not twinsies. Now, most of us have been here since the 90s and are kinda impossible to legally deport, but they're gonna try something. I don't know what they're gonna try, but they're gonna try something, and Minneapolis is probably gonna be burning again, so that'll be fun.
You see the way they confidently endorsed Donald Trump together with J.D. Vance. They did that with all the confidence in the world, and you'd have thought that Donald Trump would favor them. You'd have thought that they were voting for their interests. But look at it right now. It seems like just because they had being called black, just because they had being identified as black people, just because they had being classified together with Black Americans, and they decided to go the opposite way and voted against their interest, which leads us to one conclusion, that Black Americans mostly are the face of liberation, they are the face of freedom, but they are only remembered when they are needed. They are only remembered when other communities need them to stand with them.
And for those of you that keep looking for the 13 to 14% of the population that are Black Americans to save us from this regime, I would implore you to go look for the other 86 to 87% of the population. Ask them, what the fuck are they doing? Because if you asked me, I would blame white America for the problems that we're having now.
I feel like Somali people are saying, the people that are saying that they're not black, they're comfortable with the whole world to identify as black and white, but they're just saying we as Somalis, we are the secular, we are the chosen people, we will have our own group and we're Somalis. So you're black, you're white, you're black, you're white, you're black. No, you're Somali.
I am Somali.
You're black, you're white, you're black, you're white, but you're Somali.
Yeah, but
we are Somali.
They saying
if you had to go into black or white, what are you choosing?
Obviously, I'm gonna be
That's
black.
what I'm saying. So you're a black African Somali woman.
Hello, my name is Kachina, and I hope you're doing fine wherever you're tuning in from. I am doing fine, and I welcome you to this platform whereby we do discuss such kind of uncomfortable conversations. Conversations that the mainstream media chooses intentionally to leave out. Now, I'm so glad that you made it to this point of the video, and if at all you do enjoy such kind of videos, or if at all these are the videos that speak to your soul, then please, I'd ask you to give this video a thumbs up and also consider leaving a comment considering what your thoughts are on all this that's going on. Anyway, back to our video. As we can all see, this is a community that does not want to identify with blackness. This is a community that would rather identify as white people, or a community that ends up seeking white people's it's a community that seeks white people's validation. They think that it's better being closer to whiteness than being closer to blackness, and while they do that, nobody has a problem with that. But when they choose the trajectory of things according to them, then they should stick with that to the very end. If they choose not to identify with the black community or with black people or with Africans, then at no point should they expect to ask for black people unity. At no point should they expect to ask for help from the black community, because that's what they decided in the first place. So come to think of it, this is a plot just like other minorities. These other minorities do not want to identify with blackness, but most of the times you'll realize that whenever they need the black community, whenever they need black people to stand with them, or whenever they are in trouble, that's when they need black people. But when black people need them, they will not show up. The black community needed them to vote against Donald Trump. They needed their leaders to endorse Kamala Harris, but they did not. But right now that they are in trouble, that's when the black community is always remembered. And it's not just the Somali community. Look at the Cuban Americans. During the elections, they were all over supporting Donald Trump. They did not want to identify with black people. But as soon as they began facing deportations from ICE, that is when they remember the black community. And why is that the case? It's simply because you cannot talk about liberation without mentioning or without talking about black Americans. You cannot talk about freedom without including blackness. You cannot talk about the civil rights movement without mentioning foundational black Americans. All the rights that these immigrants do enjoy today in America are rights that were fought by these foundational black Americans. There is no freedom without blackness. If anything, you cannot talk about liberation without talking about Africa, without talking about foundational black Americans, without talking about those black people in the Caribbean, because they are the face of resistance, and that has been the case all through history. Look at how black Americans fought to free themselves from slavery. Look at how Africans fought to free themselves from the colonial chains. It has been a very long journey, and other communities just taking that for granted and choosing not to identify with black people and only to identify with them during their tough times is something very wrong. And it's not that I am calling for people to hate on Somalis, but I'm just asking for accountability. When they chose not to identify with black people, when they chose that they are not Africans and they are not black, they're just Somalis, then they would have known that they are preparing to stand alone. And as we all know, no man is an island, but that's what they chose in the first place. So I think if at all we are to move progressively as a people, then we should stand with one another, because at the end of the day, we are all fighting against one enemy, the white oppressive system. But anyway, those are just my thoughts. Please let me know what your thoughts are concerning all these in the comment section. As usual, I have been your presenter and your host, Kachina. Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Let's keep on the conversation going. Like this video, leave a comment, and also consider supporting this channel by sharing the video and also by subscribing. Until then, I hope to be seeing you in the next video.
I can go live wherever I want.
Well, then go live in Somalia. All we hear you talk about is Somalia, Somalia. You love Somalia. It's your home, your people. Fucking live there. Or alternatively, you could go to London and live with your brother. You know, the one that you were married to. The gay man that now lives in London, your brother, your ex-husband. Go live there. Just get out of America. We don't care where you go either. We know you can go live anywhere. Just go live somewhere else.